This is the last topic that we are supposed to do under the basic grammar. Then we'll start with comprehension from the next class. So I think you have missed with a certain, like, you missed on certain topics. So you just go through the book, and if you find anything difficult, then let me know. The figures of speech topic was not there in the book. That was something we had done extra. I'll give you the worksheet now if you are able to solve the worksheet whatever. If not, then I will let you know what to do. Fine? First, until we get the printouts, what are prepositions? Yes. So we always know that they are words that specify the position. Okay? But there are some more purposes, like they are also used for some more purposes. So one is position, as the name suggests. There are two more. Can you think of something?
Situation.
Like
As in or specifying when an event took place.
so that is position itself, right? One is time.
That one not literally
Yes.
specifying the position.
For example, I will come to your house by the evening. Yes. So it is time. And one more is direction. Can you think of some examples?
Yeah, I just want to ask you to give us an
Okay. In your book, yes, direction is there. So basically, I was going towards the jungle, something like that. I was going towards the jungle. I went to the market, maybe the position. So, thank you. Then some more examples for direction are the hunter aimed at the vulture. The carpets were spread across the road to give a warm welcome to the Ravan. So basically, they show direction. Okay, direction is something. This is you won't have much when it comes to prepositions, but these are two main functions of prepositions, right? So positions. Now there is a list of many prepositions that show positions, and some of them they show time also. So they are just the same prepositions, but then they play two different functions. So we look at that, but before that, until I think they would come or no, I don't know. We can just solve this worksheet on verbs. It will be a revision for you. Solve this. If you have any difficulties, then let me know. Or else we'll discuss the answers later. Do they have exams? They are in Don Bosco, right? Do they have exams? Okay. I started in 14. They started on 12. Walk is I'm giving you the works worksheet last night. Did they go give you? Is it video? Use this. Oh, it's in your worksheet that I had given you last time. You didn't solve it from home. So ask the discuss answers. Are you done? What of you? This is difficult. You will get such type of questions, that's why. See, whenever you have questions for like, you have to decide the word class of a particular phrase in a sentence, always use bracketing. Okay, so like for example, you have this one. So you can just simply bracket out so was will be a word. Okay, was this way. This word, the price to win. So in this way, you can just bifurcate the entire sentence and you can assign a word class as per its usage in the sentence. So that will help you. Or else it would sound very confusing. The first to win is isn't it win? And it comes under non-final words. Okay, so you will get confused. So though it is an infinitive, but in that particular sentence, its usage is asked and not its not. It's not correct. Also, I can give you one more thing. If you are not able to figure out just what to win, try to consider this entire thing as a subject. To win the prize, then you will have SVO, right? Then the win the prize subject was will be the verb and his role will be the object. So to win, if it is a subject, then usually the subjects are function as a noun. So it's not. Well, the basic thing is the SVO structure. Just try to bifurcate all the sentences if you are really confused. SVO structure is there in all the sentences and you will get to the function. There is no off over there, so it's a Ensure the level of difficulty has increased. If you compare the first last worksheet, it was very easy. Also, if you see the questions I never asked about the rules. I just always asked about the usage. So if you read books, if you have good English conversation, then you can actually solve all this. As soon as you read the question, you will have the answer in your mind. You remember this one? Okay, that's good. That's the you as a participant, right? Participle, general, present participle, past participle, region, next participle, having ing. Okay? And then perfect tense, tense. So, all the themes we have done in class, but this is something we haven't done. So I think we have to apply some kind of logic because participle is the ing clause. And perfect, whenever you have perfect tenses, past perfect, present perfect, future perfect, then you use the participle form, past tense. Because having eaten. So it also has present participle as well as the past participle in the same sentence. It becomes a perfect participle. If you want to past continuous is basically am is are plus verb plus ing. Whenever you have a past and a present participle together in a phrase, then it is a perfect participle, as simple as that. Are you done, Swaraj? Remember we have had present and past participle. Participle is basically the form of the word that is apart from the past, present, and future. So I have the word please. Pleased will be past, but chosen will be as a past. Participle of the basically used to perfect tenses. So you might past perfect, future perfect.
Sorry, present right.
Present participle, the use of present participle is have, eaten, something like that. So has eaten or have eaten. Which one is useless? The first one. The right one. The present participles. Remember the rules for present participle? We have discussed. The question is present participle. Okay, so you remember what were past and present participles? You remember present participle and gerunds, ing words, used as subject, when they are gerunds, used as verbs, when they are participles. Basically, this name of the sentence has verb plus ing, and this has verb. So this is the right answer. Basically, verb plus ing is present participle and verb plus ing when it's used as a subject, then it is a verb. Here you have a crying baby. Though the word crying is used as a adjective, still it has that, it is a verb. It's used as a verb because the baby is crying. So, this is what the what should we discuss it right now? Do you want to submit this to me and I could just correct this and give it to you in the next class? What do you want? So I don't want, like I can discuss it, but let us do some, like, okay, fine. When you solve this, then I might check that. And your time is also not wasted and my time is also not wasted. So let us first do this, prepositions. Are you done, Harshita? Okay, so what do you think about the worksheet? First, give me your feedback.
I don't recall any of this, otherwise this is.
You don't recall.
Because all I recall now is accounts.
Oh, okay. Fine. So I don't think so. It was really difficult. Okay,
Just don't have the reconnection to it. The English was the first exam, so by economics, business, students, so good. I don't remember.
there are such questions only for CLAT. So you know the rules that are given in your book. If you want to make, you don't really need to go through the rules actually. That's the reason I always ask you to take notes whenever I am teaching. So that at the end, if you just refer to the notes, whatever I say in class, you can just make your own pointer and just refer to that. If you just go and open this book and if you try to read and understand this, it's like very, very difficult. Okay? So don't try to do that. We'll now start with prepositions. Okay, so prepositions, Swaraj, can you give me three common prepositions? You know what are prepositions, right? Give me three common prepositions. Okay, so we have over, under, and in. Shreya, can you, no, Shreya. Can you give me three common prepositions?
Beside, above,
Beside, above, and
below,
below. Harshita, give me three common prepositions.
beneath, ahead,
Ahead. See, I start with such a good handwriting and see how it turns out.
beneath, ahead, across.
Across, okay. Apart from this, can you think of any other prepositions?
Up, down,
Okay. Up and down. What is over there?
here, this,
Here and there, okay, we'll talk about that. They are not prepositions.
there, there, once.
I'll just write it down over here so that I don't forget. Here and there. What else? On. By. On, in, under, by. Anything else? Above, below, beside, in between. Okay. Fine. So now we have a good list of prepositions, and these are the basic prepositions. So in the exam too, if the question comes, it would be about these prepositions only. Now let us classify these prepositions as opposites. Okay. So like over, what would be the opposite for over? Okay, so we have both. Do we have under? Yes, over and under. In, out. You have out. In and out. Beside. Okay, fine. Above, below, beneath. Okay. Ahead, behind. Then we have across. We don't have an opposite there. Up, down, on, below. Okay. By, in between, out and behind. Now, can you tell me what is the difference between under and beneath? See, it has a very niche difference. Beneath, it does not indicate physical contact, but under does. If I say, I have kept my book under the paper, so it basically means my book is below the papers, right? But if I say my book is beneath the papers, then it does not indicate any physical contact. So this is the basic difference. Like if I say over and above, when it comes to literature, actually they are used. If I say like the line, the sky is above us and the sky is over us. This means the same. But if you look at grammatical rules, they have a certain difference. What is above and over? See, just like above, it does not indicate any physical contact. Over does indicate physical contact. Okay? I have hair over my head. I won't say I have hair above my head. Okay, so this is basically some, very niche differences. So these differences actually matter a lot when it comes to fill in the blanks. Like if you have any MCQ like that, then you get confused between two prepositions. Then we have by. What is the meaning of by? How will you explain by? Yeah. Yes. By, it means time. What else? It is also used when it comes to passive voice, right? For example, the cake is made by my mother. Okay, so by. I will come to your house by the evening. By. So we have by, it is used as a time, and also it is used for relationship. Okay. Now let us classify them. Over.
Position.
Possession, see, we will not call it possession, we will be calling it relationship only. Why? Because it is showing us the relationship between mother and the cake. The cake is made by the mother. So the relationship. So possession actually it does not come under prepositions. So we call it relation only. So over. Where will over come?
Position.
Positions. Okay. So we have P. What else? Over time. The meeting will be over by 9 p.m. Okay? Relation
What sentence will over be the preposition or not?
will be over. Actually, both will be the prepositions. Okay? Then we have relation. Does over indicate relation? Not really. Direction.
Direction.
Give me a sentence.
Last one will come over here.
Yes. Okay. Yes, it could be. So it indicates that direction too. What about under? Position. Direction, relation, time. Can you think of any example where it shows direction, relation, time under?
We say we need to complete this paper under a given time.
Under, yeah, okay, within a given time, not under a given time. Yes. Within is also a preposition. Okay.
Among would be
Yes. Among,
amongst.
amongst. What is the difference between among and amongst? You know?
I think among is used if we want to pick someone from a group and among should be when we include everything.
Not really. Okay. We will discuss about that. In position, if I say in time, you have to complete your project in time. Okay, so it indicates time also. Relationship, not really. Direction, does it indicate direction in any way? Think of an example. It does not indicate direction. Can you think?
We say go in there, go in that room,
Go in that room. Again, possession. Oh, sorry, position. Beside, position. So basically, all the Prepositions, they have the position function, but along with that, they are also used for time, relation, and direction. If I say that she slipped off the staircase, what is the preposition over here? Off. And what is the type of preposition?
Position.
It is relation. Because it is showing us the relationship between
Stairs.
and the girl. Okay? She slipped off the staircase. So you have to think like this about, did we write at? Oh, we didn't write at. Okay. About, definitely for position. If I say my parents are above everything else. Relation. Yes. So it shows relation. Okay. So again, we have position and relation. What about below? If I say below the poverty line, what does this mean?
It is a position.
Yes, position. Very good. Then what about beneath? Position. Ahead.
Direction.
Direction. Very good. Also position. Okay. Then at.
Time.
Yes. So it shows time and position. Now what is the difference between in and at? What will I say? I am in my village or I am at my village? Or are both right? Both are not right. One of them is right. What do you think? People use it, but it is not right. I'm at my village. Not really. See, if you have a particular place that is established, for example, it is a country, it is a state, it is a city or a village, then you use in. And if you are at something that is very temporary, for example, I am at a party, you would say
At
this.
this house, I'm at that person.
Yes. So that though that house is, it is a place, but still it is not, as established or as significant as a village. It's just a house. Okay. What an example? Yeah. If it is right to say I am at my native place. Okay. See now, native place and village. These are basically two terms that are interchangeably used by people, right? So I am at my native place is correct, but I am at my village is wrong. Do you understand the difference? Because native place is something that is when you say that it is not really established. If you say that it does not show any particular place, such like a village. A native place could be a village or it could be anything else also. But if it is a village, then it is specifically a village only. Hence, you will be using in. Can you give me more such examples of in versus at? I think it is there in your book somewhere.
Will it be at the mall or in the mall?
I'm at the mall.
But mall is an established place.
But this, don't you think so? It's like a house. If you say that I'm at my friend's house, then mall. It could be also something temporary, right? I'm at the mall. Yes. Not I'm in the mall. Yes. So you have some examples. He lives in Delhi. He lives at Rohini's in Delhi. You understood? He lives in Delhi. He lives at Rohini or Rohini's in Delhi. So basically, this means that there is a place named Rohini, or there could be this Rohini's house where he lives in Delhi. Okay? He is in Delhi. He lives at Rohini in Delhi. Also, a street name, with a street name we could use at because it is again not that significant. So, for example, he lives at. We don't know about Mumbai. So, example of Navi Mumbai. What example of Navi Mumbai can I give? He lives at the Palm Beach Road in Nehru, something like that. Okay. So whenever I have like two places, one is very significant and one is not that significant, then with the one that is not very significant, I use at, and with the other one, I will be using in. Then we have ahead across. Across again, it shows position, it shows direction and also relation. Can you tell me how? If I say the sky spreads across the earth, so it shows the difference, the relationship between the sky and the earth. Okay? Direction. The shop is situated across the road. So it's showing me the direction. Up, down,
Mostly used for time.
across, we use for time. Yes,
Across the centuries.
it's used for time. Can you give me an example? Across,
You can use over the centuries, but also
across the century. Yes, it is right. It could be used for time also. Then we have up and down. Position, yes. Direction,
Elevation lines of the stairs.
yes. That actually shows the relationship between the stairs and the girl. Okay? She climbs up the stairs. It also shows direction because she's going up the stairs like this. Yes. So it actually shows the direction and the relation too. Then we have on. What about on? Position, time. Can you give me an example for on indicating times for that? You are a science student, right? So what do you have in your mind, like how you would have physical diagrams? Are you focusing? Are you sure? Give me an example.
I reached on time.
I reached on time. Okay, good example.
Relation.
I reached on time. This time.
All will be used in relation.
Can you give me an example? I don't think so. It would be used for relation.
What a dress on the birthday.
For a dress on her birthday. So how will it be relation? Won't it be time? On her birthday. See, yes, this is a good way. If you are not able to understand what is the function of the preposition, try to convert to Hindi. That's much more. Okay, try to do this. Then we have by. Position, time, direction. Yes. By, I think it would indicate relation too. Right? So now I want like each one of you to give me an example. Which one will you give me, Harshita? You choose the easiest one, I know.
Easiest means
Position is basically, give me an example for by, for position.
she lives by the boundary.
She lives by the Palm Beach Road. Okay. For time, I will
Reached by 5:30.
okay. She says 5 and you say 8:30. Oh my god. Okay. Then you have relation.
The dress was stitched by the
Very good. Then direction. if I am not getting a sentence, but then I have this phrase in my mind, by the woods. Oh, have you heard of the place Pizza by the Bay? Yes, it is in CST, Marine Drive, yes. It shows direction. Pizza by the Bay. So basically it's a restaurant, but actually the name of the outlet actually shows direction. Pizza by the Bay.
How much beyond the preposition?
Beyond, yes, it is a preposition. So you can mention it. Beyond. Beyond is again used for time. It is used for direction. It is not used for relation. But yes, position. If it is a preposition, it is definitely used for position. Then there will be by. In between. In between again, it is used for time also. In between. Right? Then it is used for position, direction. Yes, direction also, and relation also. For example, the two sisters have. Okay, so for example, they shared the cake between them. They shared the cake between them, so it shows relation. Then we have. What have I written? Okay. Okay. It's out. It happens with me sometimes because I always start with such a freaking handwriting. Look at this, how it turns out. Okay, so we have out. Yes. So I just said a sentence. What it turns out. So in that sentence, what is out used as? Yes. It is used as a relation. Then out is used for position. If I say time out, it's used for time. Direction, not really. Behind, yes, it is used for direction. Is it used for time? Yes, you are running behind time. But that actually shows direction, I think, not really time. Yes. It could show position, you are running behind time, and also direction, but not really. It is just a phrase. Within, within again, it shows time. It shows position, direction. Does it show relation? If I say stay within your boundaries, what does like how is the preposition used in this sentence? What is the function of within? Stay within your boundaries. It is used as relation. Direction, stay within your boundaries. See, the thing is that I am using this as a phrase to tell you that you should behave as per what is expected, isn't it? So I won't, tell somebody to stay within your boundaries. To, if I'm just, having somebody in a circle and I would tell that person stay within your boundaries. That this simply means something else. I would say that person don't cross the line or something like that, but I won't say stay within your boundaries. I would say that stay within the boundaries, but not stay within your boundaries. This is the difference.
I say, because within my capabilities to beseech, that be relation.
Yes. Then I think yes. The difference will be among and amongst. Just give it in your book. No idea. I thought you were discussing. So, among basically, it is not really given in your book. Among is basically when you are using it to refer more people, more than two people. But amongst is used when you are referring to only two people. Okay?
And why not between? Between is also between.
No.
You have to choose between this or that.
You have to choose between the two. If you say this, then it is okay.
They can be used interchangeably.
Amounts and amount.
Amongst the English not is it wrong?
Give me a sentence.
Between the U2 only one can win, amongst the U2 only one can
But don't you think between sounds off?
win. Between the two, only one can win. But U2 is the religion.
Would be amongst you, not among you.
Just was said amongst is used for everything.
No.
Among is used for everything. Yes, amongst as
Amongst you are making me confused. Amongst is used for two, and among is used for more than two.
between the two, only one can win. Amongst the two, only one can win.
Yeah, so basically amongst and between can be used interchangeably, but not among and between can be used interchangeably.
But she asked amongst the between can be used interchangeably.
No, that's not possible.
I asked if between.
If I say that I want the best between all of you, this is wrong. But if I say that I want the best among all of you, then that is right.
Not amongst two.
Because all of you is like more than two. I won't say both of it to be all of you.
I'm not saying between.
I say
Between, amongst, and between. We are not touching among
Okay.
Amongst,
So amongst and between can be used interchangeably. Okay? Yes. You can choose between the two. But you know, if you look at the grammatical correctness, so you should always use amongst and not between. I haven't heard people saying that.
But is it wrong? If it is not wrong, I will.
It is not.
Because I did a similar argument with my English teacher and I got a wrong.
No, it is right. You can use among and amongst and between interchangeably. That is right. Okay, but see, you will not be having such a controversial option. Either it would be among or amongst. You have to call the doubt.
Flat paper because also not that good. I think it's हमारे ऊपर आ जाए.
Exactly. So it won't be that controversial. Don't worry. But usually, for grammatical correctness and just to make the language sound good, they use amongst and not right. So yes, now let us look at this prepositional phrases and prepositional clauses. Can you just guess what could this be? Okay. So actually, please prepositional clauses and prepositional phrases. This is not there in your book. This is just for your knowledge. Any idea? Okay, first tell me what's the difference between a phrase and a clause. Don't tell me you don't know that. I've already said that so many times in class. You need to keep accounts aside now.
Because बोला कुछ भी बोला.
The difference between a phrase and clause.
Phrases make complete sense, whereas clauses
Yes. Okay. So basically, phrases they do not have a verb, and clauses they do have a verb. Okay. So prepositional phrases, it would be something very incomplete if I just put it over here. If I just write in the books, this becomes a prepositional phrase in the box. If I add something meaningful after that, the toy is in the box, or in the box lies the water bottle. If I add something like this, then it becomes meaningful. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Okay, so alone this phrase would be meaningless. Similarly, if I talk about a prepositional clause, then it can act as a preposition in some sentences. So I think in your book they have given some examples. They haven't mentioned it like this. But for example, I was pleased with what she did for me. The sentences, I was pleased with what she did for me. So basically in this sentence, this becomes the prepositional clause. I was pleased with what? So with what she did for me. So even if I remove this, this will make sense. But then this entire thing, it tells us about what actually pleased her. Okay? So it becomes a prepositional clause. Now how will you identify a prepositional clause and a prepositional phrase? Yes.
Word and words.
Yes. This also is there in your book. We will be discussing about this once I'm done with this. Okay? I have to discuss this at the end. I also have to discuss this at the end. But then I think you told me. So I thought, okay, we could just go with the flow. But we'll discuss that in the end. Now, what I was saying, I forgot.
How to get it?
Yes. So if I just remove this bit, and if I just look at this, what she did for me, it will turn into a question, isn't it? What she did for me. Okay, so basically how to identify phrases and clauses that are prepositional, you can simply look for prepositions. So in is a preposition and with is also a preposition. If I see in the box, it is meaningless. But if I see the rest of the sentence, what she did for me, it makes meaning. Though it is, it turns into a question, but still it makes meaning and we can understand. Hence, it becomes a prepositional clause and not a phrase. Okay? There is one more example in your book. Pay attention to what your parents say. So, pay attention will be the main clause. To what your parents say would be the dependent clause. That is the prepositional clause. So, even if I remove to, the sentence that remains is what your parents say. It is meaningful, it becomes a question. Okay. Then we have the objective case. Do you remember we had done the pronouns chapter in that I had given you a table of nominative, accusative, and whatever this reflexive pronouns. You remember? So what is accusative or objective case? When the subject is basically used in the position of the object. The noun is used in the position of the object. For example, the cake is made by him. So the cake is the object. Yeah? Him is a pronoun which is used as a subject. The cake is made by him. So whenever you have prepositions, usually the subject, that is basically a noun or a pronoun, it is used in the objective case. You remember him, her, all this, they come under objective case. Now I want all three of you will give me one example about this. If you use any preposition, the subject is used in the objective case. I went for a party with my parents. Okay? I went for a party with my parents. So with my parents, it becomes what? It becomes a prepositional phrase. So my parents, see the objective case is basically in this sentence, I went for a party with my parents. So there are two objects. What are the two objects? Why you said no? No. I went for a party with my parents. Okay, so I becomes the subject. Went will become the verb to the party.
Parents could also be there.
Yes. So to the party, first thing they are the objects. There are two objects, and both of them they are prepositional phrases. I went to the party with my parents, isn't it? So again, whenever you have prepositions, they are always used as objective case. This is what I mean. Understood? Come on, now you
You
can.
understand the objective case.
Can I erase this? There's a task to erase, though I'll erase this. So, okay, now let us look at the first example. I went for a party with my parents. Now I told you how to identify the prepositional phrase, right? Prepositional phrase always starts with a preposition. So here you have a preposition for. We didn't write for over here, but for is also a preposition, and we didn't even write with. With is also a preposition. Okay? So for and with, both of them are prepositions. So now we know that we have two phrases. Now I will be the subject, went will be the verb. Now we have two objects. I went for a party with my parents. Can you tell me which is the direct and the indirect object?
Direct object is the party, indirect one is
Yes, perfect. I went for a party with my parents. Now both of them are objects, isn't it? And both of them are prepositional phrases. So whenever in a sentence you have a prepositional phrase, it is always used as the object in the sentence. Did you get it? Okay. Then the cake subject was made is the verb by my mother. By is a preposition, prepositional phrase that is used as the object. I gave an example to you by him. For example, if I just write by him also, so it becomes the object. The cake was made by him. So it is a simple rule. What if I try to go against the rule? What if I try to have the object in place of the subject as a preposition? Is it possible? For example, for a party, I go with my parents. This sounds so poetic. You have that figure of speech inversion. It sounds like that, right? But still, even if the position is changed, it will still remain the object only as per the sense of the sentence. Right?
The second one can be by my mother, the cake was made.
By my mother, the cake was made. Yes, but still, the sense is that the cake is made by whom? Yes. See, now the other case is that if I want to remove the preposition, this is the passive voice. I can remove the preposition by simply changing it into the active voice. My mother made the cake. There you will not be having a preposition. So this case will not be considered because there is no preposition. But whenever you have a preposition in the sentence, then anything that is followed by the preposition, that would be object in the sentence. Okay, Harshita? What are you wearing in your finger? Is it ring? Okay, that's unique. Then you have adverbs of time and place. Now you talked about here and there. These are not prepositions. What is this? They are adverbs of place. Okay? I want to go here. Or here is where my aunt stays. So, it actually tells you about the action, something like that. Adverb of place. Staying is the action, and my aunt stays here. Okay, so adverb basically tell you more about the verb. So these are the adverbs that are sometimes used as prepositions. Okay, I'll give you an example. I don't like to go from here. I don't like to go from here. It basically means that there is a particular way or a road that I don't like to pass from. So I don't like to go from here. So from, it becomes what? A preposition. So from here together will become a prepositional phrase. Why? Because the word here is used after from. Okay, so it becomes a prepositional phrase. Another example is she had returned by then. She had returned by then. So by becomes the preposition and then becomes the adverb of time. Okay? Can you give me more examples? Think of examples. Until you won't think of examples, you will not get the concept. Only listening to me is not enough. You have to brainstorm on your own. And you will not do this at home, right? Until you are with me. Because I'm the only one who makes you brainstorm every time. Because I want you to think beyond what is there in your book and what I can do. You need to think beyond me. Come on, think something. Think of examples for this. Where's my phone? Relax. Are you really thinking of an example? I don't think so. What were you thinking of? Is it shareable? No. So I'll do this from home. Google some examples. Okay?
Have but correctly.
Spelling. I will decide whether it's correct or not.
The instrumental arrangement for tonight's orchestra was beautiful.
Yes.
Instrumental arrangement for tonight's orchestra.
For tonight's orchestra becomes the prepositional phrase. Okay, what tonight's instrumental arrangement for tonight's?
Orchestra was beautiful.
Don't you think for tonight's orchestra becomes an adjective and not?
It is not used as a preposition.
It is not an adverb. For night. So the instrumental arrangement. Where can you see the action taking place? It is just the entire subject. That is a noun. There is no action. The instrumental arrangement for tonight's party, whatever.
It is a
Instrumental arrangement. No. See, here you are assuming that yes, the instruments are arranged. But if you look at the entire phrase, the instrumental arrangement is a noun.
instrumental arrangement not in the literal. I meant in the written way, like how music is composed, that is also called instrumental arrangement. Like the sheet music, that is.
But still, no, it is not a right example. The arranging, if I say the arrangement, see, if I use the word arrangement, it becomes a noun. So I have to use arranging. So try using arranging in the sentence.
Instrumental
I got it. But it is not, you are not specifying you are using the instrumental arrangement. That is basically the instrument of notes on the paper. Right? So it is used as a subject and a noun. You are not really, having an action in that particular sentence. Did you get me? Because it is the instrumental arrangement. Try using ing in the sentence. I'm telling you that. Try using the word arranging. The boys arranging for the tonight's. Like the boys, yes, the boys arranging for the tonight's orchestra are very responsible. Something like this. So for tonight's orchestra. Now the boys arranging for tonight's orchestra. So basically the boys are performing some action of arranging. Maybe they are arranging for, many things are there to be arranged for a party. So they are arranging all that. So now there is an action in the particular sentence. And this action is taking place. Then we are getting more information about the action. It is taking place for the tonight's orchestra. Hence, that would be an adverb which is used as a preposition. Okay? Do you agree with me, Shreya?
If you would have adapted,
So, we can solve the conflict. Tell me what you don't agree with and make you agree.
you won't be
No, the arrangement of the instruments. I
instruments
don't
is wrong, but when you speak of instrumental arrangement, it means the way in which the alignment of the way the sheet music was written and it is presented as a whole. That is an action.
Okay, so if it is an action, then it is right.
It is basically music composition, but done on a very basic and raw.
Okay.
That is
I'm wondering if you will have such controversial sentences in July. You would just get up on the place, you would say to the invigilator, excuse me, see what is there, and the invigilator would be like, okay, it's not like my business. And then you would be like, give me the number of the person who has sent the paper. Okay, fine. See, such controversial things don't really come.
Consider I was
Even if you look at the
saying that
paper, did you look at this paper? The sentences are very easy to understand. Only if you know the correct usage, then the sentences are easy to
Yeah,
understand.
I was not saying like that, but the woman living in
But now you said it, so we discussed on that, right? So it's good to always say. Then you have gerunds and infinitives. Again, one more thing. Whenever you are using a preposition, so you know what are gerunds, right? What are gerunds? Ing verbs that are used as subjects. So whenever you are using the ing verbs that are used as subjects that are gerunds, you will always be having a preposition before that. But whenever you are using infinitives is basically to plus verb. Let me write to over there. To again, it's a preposition. So here you already have a preposition, right? For an infinitive, you already have a preposition. So, for example, I get energized by swimming. Okay, so here by swimming, here I have the preposition, so this becomes a prepositional phrase. And here swimming is used as the subject because it is a gerund. Okay, so again, if I say that I get energized to swim, it is actually wrong. I get energized by swimming is the right form. You have something in mind?
I get career choices, always like simply I get energy.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, so basically it makes sense, isn't it? I get energized to swim. Yeah, it makes sense. It completely changes the sense of this sentence, but it makes sense. Okay. You have some examples in your book. I am confident of winning. So of becomes the preposition. I'm confident of winning. Okay. Then we have she does not believe in wasting. Time. Wasting time or wasting food, you can add anything up there. She does not believe in wasting. Okay? So these are some examples. For this preposition chapter, you actually have only this much. You don't have anything else to do here. You have many things given, but this is all from my side. I have some questions for you, okay? And you have to give me examples. My first question is, see, whenever I talk about denoting an agent, so you understand what does this mean, right?
Denoting an agent as you are identifying which is what.
Yes. So agent is basically through which the work, yes, the verb or the action is conducted. So which preposition will be used over here? As per your understanding?
Something by which.
By, exactly. Okay, so now in the exam you might have a question. For example, the function of the preposition is given that donates in spite of. Okay, and then you have to choose the correct option. Now I'm not giving you any option, you have to think of an example. I'm giving you. First, tell me which is the preposition that donates, denotes in spite of. Without, yes, very good. Give me a sentence of without. Yes. Across, despite of, across. Without is right. Give me a sentence of despite of.
Is it despite of or in spite of?
What did I say? Despite or in spite? Yes, in spite. Yes. So it is without. Okay. So in spite of, without. So can you just give me a sentence on without simply?
Without exercising, they will not remain.
Okay, very good. So here in this particular sentence, without exercising, you have the prepositional phrase used in the beginning. So is that changed into the subject? No. It is still the object because you will be the subject in the sentence because you are referring to that person, right? Then separation from, okay. If I give you a choice between from and of, what will you choose? Of.
But you just said you will give us options.
Now I'm giving you options. Okay. Give me a sentence with of that denotes separation.
Should have opted you.
Yes. Very nice. Then, okay. Give me an example for from that indicates prevention. Now, Swaraj will give me answer. Okay, you wanted to, but wait. So now you have to sit over here. Why do you sit behind?
He likes the window. So chance will know that.
From prevention. I stop him from going there. Okay, I stop him from going there. Okay. Good. Then, see, from can also be used for separation. For example, take the baby from the knife. Take the knife from the baby. Yes. Yes. Take the knife. Take the knife from the baby. It basically means to snatch away the knife. Okay. The baby can have the knife. This actually reminds me of a movie. Have you seen that TV movie? No. There was this baby in that movie, and the mother of the baby, she committed suicide, and the baby was alone at home, doing all kinds of, yeah, doing all kinds of experiments with the fire and with the geyser, and was about to jump off the window. Yeah, yeah. That movie is very emotional. She's laughing. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
I haven't noted that.
Do you have such an experience in your childhood when you were left alone at home and you were trying all this? You had? Okay. So, what's funny about this? Harshita would explain this actually.
Pretty weird thing that in a baby did all sort of stuff.
Yeah, you should go and check that movie out. It's all
Like
about
a baby was in toddler.
Yes, people.
Yes. Not 4 2. 2 or 2.5. Yes. हाँ, 4 वो तो like that makes sense. वो ऐसे नहीं करता. वो एक toddler था, and then toddlers they usually don't even go to school. Very young. 2-2.5 का baby था. She was a girl. Use a preposition that indicates possession. Which prepositions indicate possession? With okay. The boy with brown eyes is my cousin. Yes, there are many these prepositions that can have many functions. So here you will have options in the exam. That is the best thing. So you don't need to worry about it. You can choose the best option. Then I'm just trying to test you. That's all. Then you have yes. Oh,
Yeah.
this is what you wanted to know, right? It is there in the book.
Yes.
And maybe there also say leave it again.
I'm not towards, but yeah.
That's what. It can be used interchangeably. It's just the idea.
We didn't discuss word and words.
Among them. So, yes, among and between cannot be used interchangeably, but if it was amongst and between, then it could have been used. Then you have beside and besides. Who asked you this? Okay. So beside means by the side of, and besides means in addition to. Right? So she lives beside me, and besides all the hardship, I was able to complete the portion. Okay. Despite all the hardships, I was. Okay, so we have by and with. See, both of them they indicate possession, by and with. They also indicate relationship, isn't it? But they are used differently. So by can be used to delay action. As I told you, the cake is made by the mother, and with is basically the instrument, basically a catalyst kind of a thing. Okay. Not really a catalyst, but basically with is along with. So the example could be, I'm going out with my friends, something like this. Then you have since and for. Both of them can be used interchangeably. If I say that the child goes to school since 3 years, and if I say the child goes to school for 3 years, can you sense the difference? Yes.
One
Yes.
is the periods and the other is the duration for which he is studying.
The child goes to school for 3 years. So basically, the main difference is if I say since 3 years, so the action is still
already denotes that it has been happening.
it
But
has been
all
happening.
is like
It
it's
happens.
specifying.
Yeah, it happened some point of time and it is over. And since it's like it is still continuing. Okay. So Here, since yes, we have some examples. I have not met him since last month. She has been in Bombay for 2 months. Okay. So it could be, see in this sentence, if I tell you that both of them can be used interchangeably. She has been in Bombay since 2 months, or she has been in Bombay for 2 months. Don't you think? Because they are using she has been. So when the has been is used, then they both can be used interchangeably. But if I say that the boy is going to school since 2 years and the boy is going to school for 2 years, then it has difference because one donates perfect continuous tense, that is since. One denotes perfect continuous tense, that is since, and the other one it does not. Then we have from and between. It cannot be used interchangeably. Between basically it needs to have two subjects or two components, and from does not. Like I could say that I took these books from a friend, or see because I cannot say that I took these books between a friend. Right? I distributed these books between my friends. That is okay. Both cannot be used interchangeably. Then you have before and above. Before donates something that is just before. Yes. I think I'm still before donates something that is just before. Like for example, if I say that, what is the next class that you have? Maths. Okay. So the English class was before the maths class. But if I say above, then basically it indicates a long time, there is a gap of a long time. Isn't it? Yes. Then we have some examples. She left India 2 days ago. She left India 2 days before. In this example, they can be used interchangeably. She left India before she was married. Here, before is okay. Then again, you have this in and add examples in. You have this in and into. The students are in the classroom. The students came into the classroom. Yes. So the students are in the classroom. It basically means that the students are sitting over there. But when I say they came into the classroom, so basically there is a change of the position from this to that. Okay? Then you have on and upon. The difference is the book is on the table. They threw the book upon the table. The book is upon the table. It can be used interchangeably. Yes. Within and in. Within, he will return in 10 minutes and he will return within 10 minutes. Both of them can also be used interchangeably. Till up to. He studied till 11 p.m. I went up to Ramnath. So it cannot be used interchangeably.
I went till Ramnath.
And up to Ramnath. Yes, they can be used interchangeably. Yes. Then there are other prepositions about, belong, across. I think we have already discussed about this. Did we discuss about beyond? No. Beyond again, it could be used for time. It is used for position. It is used for direction. Beyond is not used for relation. Okay. Then we have of. We have discussed about it. Against. He. Against. What are the functions of against? What do you think about against?
Relation.
Relation. Okay. Very good. Does it indicate position?
She was standing against the wall.
But this is relation. I think against is the only preposition that does not indicate position. It only indicates relation. neither time, and
But standing itself is the action.
but if you look at the sense, it actually indicates the relationship between him and the subject. So it is the relation. Then you have towards, yes, direction, and after it indicates sequence. So after again would be for position, it would be for direction. Then here you have on page number 94, if you see, you have a long list of prepositions and their functions. If you want, you can go home and look. See, it's like a really long list. You don't really need that. Okay. So do you have any doubts in this? Right? See, the questions are very simple. It's not as complicated as Harshita tells us. Okay. They're not even controversial. They're very easy to understand. So you don't need to worry about it. Last time we had done these figures of speech. We both were not there. But then I expect Swaraj to get 2 marks in this because you were there. Okay. So you both try to solve this. If you can't understand anything, then I will help you out. Until then, I will check your worksheets. Where are worksheets?
Please take point at the last.
I want to discuss it with you. I don't even want to check it because you're not kids. If I discuss it in class, then you will actually come to know where you were wrong. Like I could just correct it and I could just give you marks. That doesn't matter. Where will you even take these marks? Keep it with you. I will discuss it. If I didn't take time today, it's 47 already. I might discuss it in the next class, but I will discuss it in class. This would be very helpful.